Okay, let's dive in. You send over some really interesting material,
Right? Phrasal verbs again. They're just everywhere in English.
totally essential, yeah. But sometimes a bit tricky.
Definitely. It's not just definitions, it's about how people actually talk.
Exactly. So today we're zoning in on 5 specific ones you'll hear like all the time, especially in the US.
Pick up, call off.
Come over and work out.
Right.
And our mission really is to get past just knowing the basic meaning. We want to unpack how they really work in conversation.
Yeah, why they can trip people up sometimes.
And importantly, how you can use them yourself and sound, more natural.
Well, they're tricky because you've got the verb plus that particle and an adverb or preposition, usually.
Right.
And boom, suddenly the meaning is often completely different from the verb on its own.
Yeah, it's not just the sum of its parts. Pick plus up isn't just picking something upwards necessarily. It's a whole concept.
Exactly. And these 5 are perfect examples.
Okay, so let's start with maybe the most casual you gave us. Hang out.
Hang out. Yeah, that's all about just spending relaxed time, informal.
Usually with friends.
Often, yeah, but not strictly. It's just that easy, kind of laid-back connection. The out part maybe suggests being out of, like, formal stuff.
Makes sense. Like the example, we're going to hang out at Jake's house tonight.
Perfect. Just chilling, spending time together.
It really is the go-to for informal socializing, isn't it? You wouldn't say,
We're hanging out at the board meeting.
No, definitely not.
Unless maybe you were joking.
Right. Okay, speaking of things getting a bit more complex, let's talk pickup.
Oh, yeah. Pick up. This one's a brilliant example of how one phrasal verb can just branch out into loads of meanings.
So many meanings.
It really is. But the core idea often involves, like, lifting or getting something, literally or, figuratively.
Okay, so the most common one is probably physically going somewhere to get something. Or someone.
Exactly. Can you pick me up from the airport? That kind of thing.
Or, I need to pick up some milk.
Fetching. That's the physical fetching one. But then there's learning something, often kind of naturally, not formally.
Ah, right. The example was, she picked up Spanish while living in Mexico.
Yeah, she acquired it, absorbed it from the environment, like she lifted it in a sense, not necessarily from a textbook.
Okay, so fetching people or things and learning. 2 different ideas already.
And there's more. You can pick up a signal on the radio,
Pick up the phone.
pick up the pace.
Pick up on a subtle hint.
It just completely depends on the context around it.
Yeah. And with pickup, there's that grammar point too, right? Separability.
Oh, absolutely crucial. A lot of these phrasal verbs are separable. You can stick the object right in the middle.
Between the verb and the particle.
Yep. And if the object is a pronoun like me, it, them, you have to separate them. It's a rule.
Right. You have to say pick me up. You can't say pick up me.
Never pick up me.
But with a noun, like groceries, it's more flexible.
Generally, yeah. Pick up the groceries is fine. Pick the groceries up is also fine.
Though maybe if the noun phrase is really long, putting up at the end sounds a bit better sometimes.
That often feels more natural, yeah. It's another layer, isn't it? Not just meaning, but also, like, the word order.
Definitely something learners wrestle with.
Yeah.
Okay. Fascinating. Let's switch gears. Canceling things. Number 3, call off.
Call off. This one's a bit more focused, mostly just one main meaning.
Which is?
To cancel something that was planned. An event. A meeting.
Like the example. They called off the meeting because of the storm. Pretty clear.
Yeah. And you could just say cancel, of course.
Sure.
But call off is super common, especially for more maybe formal plans or public events. That particle off kind of suggests stopping something, turning it off.
Yeah. It does feel a bit more final sometimes. Like the decision's been made, it's done.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay, next.
On to inviting someone. Number 4, come over.
Come over. This is specifically about inviting someone to, well, your place, where you are.
Right. Assuming there's somewhere else.
Exactly. The over implies movement, like across a space to get to where you are.
It's got that warm, casual feel. Hey, want to come over for dinner?
Or why don't you come over and watch the game? Simple, direct, you hear it constantly.
And it's different from just visit, isn't it?
Yeah, visit is broader. Come over pretty much always means coming to the speaker's current location, usually their home.
Got it. Okay, last one on our list of 5. And, another one with multiple meanings. Work out.
Work out. Classic example of, polysemy, multiple meanings, and phrasal verbs.
So what are the main ones?
Well, the two most common are pretty different. First one, physical exercise.
Right. She works out at the gym 3 times a week. Straightforward. Getting a sweat on.
Yep. The other big one is about a situation resolving well, succeeding.
Ah, the optimistic one. Don't worry, I'm sure it'll all work out.
Exactly. Or we had a disagreement, but we worked it out.
Oh, notice that. Worked it out. Separable again.
Yep. When you're talking about resolving a specific thing, you usually separate it. Work the problem out.
Right. You wouldn't say, we work out it.
No. So yeah, exercise or problem solving leading to success. Two main paths for workout.
So how on earth do you know which one is intended?
Context. It always comes back to context, doesn't it?
It really does.
Especially for verbs like pick up or work out with all these meanings, the words around it, the situation, maybe even the speaker's tone.
Yeah.
That tells you.
Yeah, you're not likely to confuse he's working out a lot, meaning exercise.
With I hope his new business venture works out, meaning succeeds. The context makes it clear.
And that leads perfectly into a really important point for the material you shared, a common mix-up. The confusion between pick up and pick out.
This is where getting the particle right is just crucial. So we said pick up is about getting something, lifting it, learning it. Up often suggests completion or acquisition or moving upwards.
Okay, but pick out.
Pick out uses out. And out often suggests like selection, pulling something out of a group, making something visible.
So pick out means to choose.
Exactly. To choose or select something from a range of options.
And the cake example you provided was brilliant for this.
Yeah, it makes it pretty clear. If I say, I'll pick up a cake.
That means you're going to the shop, you're getting it, fetching it, bringing it home.
Right. I'm acquiring the cake, taking possession.
But if I say, help me pick out a cake.
Then I'm standing in front of all the cakes, and I need help choosing which one, selecting one out of the bunch.
Got it. Okay, so pick up, get acquire, pick out, choose select. That little particle makes a huge difference.
It really does. It's not just tacked on randomly. Understanding that the particle often adds this directional or conceptual layer like up for getting, out for selecting, over for coming here, that can be a helpful clue sometimes.
Though some are just idiomatic, you have to learn them.
Oh, absolutely. Many are quite idiomatic.
Which is why getting comfortable with phrasal verbs is just so key if you want to sound, like a native speaker often sounds.
Yeah, they're not fancy words. They're just normal, everyday, casual English. The backbone of it, really.
And these 5, hang out, pick up, call off, come over, work out, they're such good ones to really get comfortable with.
The source material had that great little suggestion, didn't it? The mini challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Try to actually use one of these 5 in a real conversation this week.
That active practice, that's how it sticks.
Exactly. Make it feel natural for you to say it.
Definitely. And maybe keep that pick up versus pick out difference in mind.
Yeah.
That cake example is sticky.
It's a good one.
So, thinking about this, verbs like pick up or work out, having so many different meanings. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Like, what does that flexibility tell us about meaning in language itself? How it's not fixed, but it kind of shifts and grows based on how we actually use the words.
That's a deep thought. Meaning being created in use, in context.
Yeah. And maybe how can really paying attention to that context help you figure out even unfamiliar phrasal verbs? Something for you to think about.